What's up everyone out there, jDantastic here, and I just wanted to talk to you guys for a second over this MW3 gameplay. I know I start off really bad, really bad, and that's okay. Everybody has bad games, it happens. I do come back at the end, and that's a lot of what this video is about. It's what it had me thinking about. Just the other players didn't do so well, and that really had me thinking about some things that people do that upset me or that I don't really understand. So I figured, I'd share some of these with you guys. And as the video goes on, I'll start to explain how the video had me thinking about this once we get towards the end. But anyway, I just wanted to share a couple things from my day at work the other day. So I had 3 experiences in the same day of work where people, I don't understand what they're thinking. I don't know. I'll share them with you. And if you think I'm crazy for thinking that these people are a little off, then let me know, but if not, then we can have a laugh, I guess. But anyway, the first example, this lady comes in, and I know this question's not entirely stupid, because I know that some stores do this, but at the same time, it really is. She bought something for her child as a gift, which is great. She was fine, everything went well, but as she was about to walk out, she decided to ask if the grandmother of the child decided to buy this exact same item at a different chain store, like not even our store name, just a different store altogether, if they didn't open it, if they could bring it back to our store and return it there. And yeah, I get some stores do this. I think Walmart does it for like store credit, but Walmart runs the world and they can do whatever they want to do. We don't do that. So I was like, no, we don't do that. You can't buy something at another store and return it here. And then I started to think, why do you need to ask that question? This is the child's grandmother. Couldn't you just ask the grandmother not to buy the gift since you already bought it? Or couldn't you tell her to buy it at our store so she could return it at our store? Or if she did buy it at another store, why wouldn't she just be able to return it at the store from which she bought it? I don't even know why this is a question. Why do you need to ask this? I feel like there are way too many solutions for this question to need to be asked. That's just me. I don't know. Second example, same day, guy calls in, asking questions and things about our prices and about our products. Again, that's fine, not a big deal, that's what the phone's for. You don't have to drive all the way down, you got a quick question, call in and ask us, no problem. Well, this guy started asking questions about products and prices from another store. Again, a different chain, not even our same name, I mean, it's fine if they call my store and they ask about another item from my same store, just not at my location, that's fine. But this guy was talking about a completely different chain, and he wanted to know questions and products and whether they had it and whether they wouldn't, and if it was more expensive there, less expensive there. And it's just, how am I supposed to know? I don't work there, I work here. That's why I answered the phone at where you just called. And he actually got a little upset at me, because when he started asking about these other things, I started to say things like, I don't know, why don't you call that store, I don't work there. And he got a little annoyed and actually was mad at me because I was kind of getting a little smart with him. I understand that, but again, why do people expect me to know this? Why? I don't work there. Why would I know it? I don't need to know it. If you wanted to know prices of that store, you should call that store. That's just how it works. I don't understand why you think the world needs to cater to you. I don't understand why you expect me to know everything to all of your questions. That's just ridiculous. That's not my job. My job is to know the things about my store and my store only. And if I start to work at that other store, then I would gladly answer the phone and tell you those prices. But until that day, I don't know. Don't ask. And the third thing, this is probably the thing that upset me the most. We closed up for the day. We were closed. And when we closed, it's obvious. It doesn't get any more obvious that we're closed. The lights dim, we have giant gates that come down over the windows, we slide the gate halfway down across the door, and we shut off the open sign. And after half an hour goes by, we're all in there doing our own thing, cleaning up. I just happen to be vacuuming, and I hear this pounding, and when I look up, there's a guy at the door, and he's just yanking on the door as hard as he can, trying to get it open. And my first thought is, what are you doing? It's clearly locked and clearly we're closed. Go away. What's the problem here? But he looks at me through the glass and he angrily mouths, "Are you closed?" And my first thought was, like, what, are you serious? No, we're open. Sometimes we just close all the gates and we selectively let people in judged solely on how they look, and you don't pass. Why would he think that we were possibly open? That's just ridiculous. But anyway, I mouth back, yeah, we're closed, obviously. And he started to throw a little tantrum outside the door. I mean, he was like jumping up and down and flailing his arms and just acting all crazy. And I mean, why is it okay for him to think that it's our fault that we closed before he got there? I mean, it's not like he called and said, "Hey, are you guys going to be open until this time?" And we said, "Yeah, come on in." And then when he got there, we were closed, like we lied to him. I mean, that's not the case. He just didn't show up at the right time, and that's, I mean, you know, hey, it happens. Sorry about your luck. So, but the reason this video started getting me thinking about that is because, as you can see, I actually came back now. I think that was 11-11, and at one point I was like 2-10, and I'm starting to get streaks, I'm starting to get kills, but everybody else on the list is still doing really bad. And here we're actually starting to come back. We're giving the other team a run for their money for once in this game. But I've noticed that with this new game, nobody is very good. I mean, yeah, there's the select players that are always at the top of the list, but there's like a big gap right now, and I don't know if it's because the franchise is getting more popular, and as it gets more popular, new people are coming in that don't quite know how to play yet, but there's always like this big gap. Like the first 2 or 3 people maybe will have, I don't know, 15 to 25 kills, and then after that, it's like 5 and down. And at the end of this match, I see a guy, he's 2-18 on my team, and we end up losing. And my win streak right now is really bad, because I feel like I always get on these teams that don't know how to play the game that we're playing at that time, or they just don't get kills. And I just don't understand how that happens. I mean, I get it, you know, people are new to gaming, and I want people to be new to gaming. I want more and more people to game every day, because it's a great activity and it's a lot of fun. But I mean, if you're gonna do it, you should try to get better, or at least try to play. I just don't understand how you can, like this match is ground war, and it lasts a really long time. How do you only get 2 kills throughout that whole entire match? And I know people have bad games, I have bad games, I started off really bad, but I still ended up, look, you see there, 18-12. Third on the list, and then it drops off, and we did really bad, and we ended up losing. I mean, we could have won, but I want people to start getting better and to take into consideration that when you play terrible, or when you ask these other questions, and when you do things that don't make any sense, it might upset other people, and you're not the only person that is playing this game, or the only person that needs to know things about the store, or anything like that. I just want everybody to just take everybody else into consideration and start acting like other people do exist, and that the world doesn't revolve around you, which I know is a ridiculous question, because yeah, it's just how the world works, and that's how it's always going to work. So, you know, I just thought I would come and share that story with you guys, and I don't know, with hopes that maybe someday it'll change and everybody will be nice and love one another and everyone can just get along. But that's just how I feel. I don't know. Share your thoughts, share your comments, share your stories. Find me on Twitter at jDantastic. Hit me up. Let me know how you're feeling, what your stories are. If people bother you, what they do to bother you. I don't know. Whatever you want to say, just let me know. Take it easy, guys. Peace.